On this episode of Beyond the Hunt, Rick and Julie set their sights on an Arctic adventure in the far north to hunt some giant caribou. This difficult hunt depends on the fluctuations of the caribou migration. Hunters can either see thousands or none at all. For Rick and Julie, this experience would truly go beyond the boundaries of a hunt, giving them several firsts and a fresh look at what it means to be a hunter.
Thank you so much. We are down here in Colorado. We're actually here at the range with the guys from Burris, getting all of our guns sighted in. We're getting ready to take off for Nunavut. Never been there before, going on my first caribou hunt up at the Arctic Circle. I can't wait, but like I said, first things first, getting the guns sighted in and getting the bags packed, and we're off.
Bottom left.
The importance of having a gun that really feels like it's a part of you is it allows you to have the confidence that you need in the weapon that you're using. And I think when you go to the field with that, it makes you, number one, a better shot. It gives you more opportunities than you think you may have. It's just that security of knowing that you're going to make a good, clean, ethical shot. There's really nothing better than knowing you can make that shot when it counts.
Probably the best part of the day was when Rick went to shoot the 300 Ultra Mag for the first time. And I knew something was up because as Steve turns around and looks at me, he kind of gives me that, you know what, look. So we were all waiting for the first shot to go off.
If that's the case, that makes it no fun.
Oh, you'll be fine. I want you to feel the power, boy. You know, it's usually the first time you shoot one of those, usually so tensed up that you're ready for it. It's that second shot that comes back and bites you.
Steve made such a big deal about it that I suppose I anticipated a bit too much. And then Steve pulled the sneaky on me. And as I was thinking about all that, he pulled the gun out of the bull bag and I shot. And of course, it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, it was good.
Steve West is a great friend of ours, but what I appreciate so much is he takes the time to explain everything, to set everything up. He has everything dialed in, ready to go, and he works with you until you feel confident, you feel comfortable with the gun, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get on the caribou hunt and give it a shot.
The museum there in Nunavut really gives you a true sense of what these people are all about, what this country's all about, and what the animals are all about. Seeing the strong hunting culture and the way that these people make a living from Mother Nature or Earth, so to speak, is so inspiring. I can't wait to go out and do this. I can't wait to meet these people. Nunavut, here we come.
I'm so excited because I've never been on a caribou hunt before, and you hear about all the stories of the migration, and they're just beautiful animals, and so I can't wait. It's something new, and I'm excited.
Once you're in the float plane and you're flying out across that country, there's water everywhere. You leave the trees about a half an hour after you get out of Yellowknife, and you're just out in the desolate parts of this country where you wonder really what lives there. But it's so different, and that's what I'm really attracted to, is a new experience.
The guys actually changed our location, and they say that's pretty typical with the caribou migration because they are trying to guess where the caribou are going to be coming. So we were originally supposed to go to a camp that we were going to have electricity, a place to charge camera batteries, and kind of come back in and regroup at night. But because of the caribou, changed our plans, and now it sounds like we are headed to a tent camp. It's going to be an adventure. I think our float plane was probably loaded to the gills. We had propane tanks, we had food, anything that they could get on the plane, we had it.
There's actually a big diamond mine close to us, but outside of that, it's as remote as can be. It looks like we're going to be staying in our tent camp on the beach on Lake Contoito. Camp life is very primitive where we're at, but that's also the draw to this particular area. It opens your mind and your eyes to really what life is like there.
What are you doing?
I'm done. I'm using a lot of my hot air. Julie's like, I can't do it. But I see why. I believe what she's been telling me all this time of our 14 years of marriage, and I'm full of hot air.
You're the windy one?
I'm the windy one, so.
Worked well, thank you.
Yeah,
Look at that bed. That's comfy.
Just for her. Here's
Where's
mine.
yours?
See how skinny mine is? That won't even blow up.
We had one of the best groups in camp, which to me makes the entire hunt. Not only the guys that we hunted with were just awesome and kept us laughing the whole trip, but you know, it doesn't matter how remote the camp is. The accommodations were great, the camaraderie was great, the food, just everything about it made you feel at home.
Night number one.
Night number one. They've got some caribou sightings up here. I actually talked to one of the guys tonight, and they said that about 90 miles north of here there was a guy flying, a pilot that flew up to check a diamond mine, doing some maintenance, and they saw about 8,000 to 10,000 head of caribou, still 90 miles to the north.
But they are moving this way.
Yeah, they're moving this way. Day one is in the books. Time to go night-night. See you guys in the morning.
Good night.
It was a good day to go find and shoot some caribou. Not just one, a lot. Well, the plan going in is both Julie and I to have tags and to be able to hunt. I obviously would love to shoot one with a bow, and I know Julie would too, but we also are realistic in the sense that if the hunting is tough, we've brought the muzzleloader and we're not afraid to use it.
Let the adventure begin.
So the plan to hunt caribou on this trip is to get in the boats and travel down the lake and just try to locate caribou. The caribou like to cruise the shorelines as they migrate, so that's what we're doing. We're taking John's direction, and hopefully we'll be able to track down a couple big bulls.
Well, unfortunately, day one did not turn up any caribou. We spent a lot of time covering ground, covering water, I guess you could say, in the boat, 25 miles one way, a lot of glassing, and it was slow the first day. The caribou were definitely not here yet. John is just an awesome guide. I think the thing that I really enjoyed about him is during the slow times, John took the time and told us the history of the place and explained so many little details about where he lives. That's his home, and he's very proud of it, and it totally shows when he is with you.
Young boys would run, and the men would wait for the caribou to start swimming across. Once they start swimming across, they kayak it. The caribou.
We were always seeing signs of successful caribou harvest, so I couldn't wait. It's always that anticipation of the first day, and I'm ready.
So we're gonna take them back to camp because we're gonna use them as decoration. So it's pretty cool. They're beautiful antlers. Can't wait to get my hands on some antlers that are attached to a body.
Good morning. It is the start of day 2. I'm gonna send you over to Julie.
Wait, over here. Yeah, start of day 2. It was actually pretty nice last night. You could hear the wind blowing a little bit, but it was clear skies this morning, so I think we're headed out to an old exploration camp, I think is what he said. We saw some cows and calves up there yesterday, so go back up there today and see if we can do some hiking and hopefully find a bull with them. So, day 2.
And let Rick shoot him.
Yes.
I think the one thing that I will never forget about this trip was watching a wolf trying to get a caribou. And it was amazing to see the determination and the will, and I mean, they're just surviving. Unfortunately, the caribou just outswam that wolf. I mean, he was just dead tired, and to see that exhaustion, like I said, it's Mother Nature at its best.
That is the first wolf I've ever seen, and that was definitely up close.
Having had such an incredible experience right off the bat, I knew this day was going to be memorable, and as we continued our search for caribou, the tundra yielded yet another surprise. Grizzly bears are just like an epic animal. Wherever you go, they always kind of pique your interest, and to see this big bear laying up on this bluff as we come around the bay there in the boat, just an awesome sight. When you think of going way up north, it's an adventure. And although the caribou migration isn't here, it's an adventure, and that's certainly what we're experiencing.
Today has been a day of firsts. First Arctic wolf, first Arctic grizzly, and now first muskox. That was very, very cool. I want to hunt one of those one day.
Julie, this is Martha, my auntie. She lives 2 miles. She lives 2.5 miles from where we are.
We were fortunate enough to meet John, our guide, his relatives. They live out in Nunavut.
Beautiful, healthy caribou.
And just to spend time in their world, even if it was for a short little bit of time, it just makes you realize how fortunate we are to have all the modern day conveniences, but it also makes you appreciate just the spirit of those people.
Think to bring something home.
Oh, yeah.
You bet. The thing that really resonated with me as Julie was talking with John's aunt was this really is sustenance for these people up here. The bull's antlers and skull are too much weight and too heavy to pack down the mountain, so they leave them there. They bring the meat and the capes down because that's what they utilize to survive. They don't use antlers or horns. It is a really cool experience, and I always say it brings you back to center, but this was one of those experiences that really did. Another day comes to an end and our time is slipping away, but with such an amazing experience today, I have a feeling our luck is about to change. As we're working around this bench to get close to a bull that we had seen moments earlier that we were hoping Julie could get a shot at, we look off in the distance and we see a big bull running right at us. And he's getting close enough now that the reality is setting in that I might be able to shoot this bull with my bow. So there's a fire drill. I'm passing the camera to Julie, I'm grabbing my bow, and now I'm just waiting for her to give me the green light.
No excuses. I I couldn't focus. It's a new camera setup. I could not for the life of me get that camera focused. All that I could see in that lens was just a blur.
It was not fair in the sense that I'm throwing this camera in her lap and she has no idea how to focus it. And now I'm mad because she's not giving me the green light. A little bit selfish on my part, but dang, I wanted to shoot that bull.
We knew we still had a couple bulls that were close by, so plan was to get back around, spot them, and then try to put the stock on them. Once we spotted this bull, we knew he was in a great spot for us to make the stock.
As we're working around this bench to try to get a better look at this bull, we've got this rock outcropping that I know Julie can get settled in to get a good rest and take a good shot. The bull's only about 120 yards. As he's feeding and looking the other way, I see Julie getting set up, and I know this is a shot she can make.
When you kill an animal, it is something that is so special to me, and to know the hard work that goes into it, and to see an animal for the first time and to put your hands on it, and to know that, you know, this animal is survival for the people who live there. It was pretty overwhelming for me, and it was a pretty emotional moment. It's been a good day. Thank you, Rick. See you at the bottom. Yep. Yeah. Yay! Yeah. We had a little bit of luck.
Getting back to camp and seeing the success from some of the other hunters, and to see how they actually do things, you know, hanging the meat out on the meat racks to let them dry. That's how they're preserving the meat for the later season. But to jump in and help and to be a part of not only Julie's bull, but to help in the caping and preparation of preparing the meat and stuff for some of the guys to go home was, it's just, again, that whole camp vibe and the camaraderie. You can't beat it.
Going into the hunt, you know, you feel like you have so many days, that you have a lot of time while you're there, and the hunts always go by so fast. And so on the plane ride out, you know, it's kind of sad. You've made such good friends with everybody in camp, and so you know, it's always sad to leave. I just appreciate the opportunity to go and spend time in their world. John was just incredible for us. Like I said, he was not only just an excellent guide, but he taught us so much about the area. And then, and Boyd and Kyler, thank you again to you guys for this awesome adventure, and I can't wait to come back.
Hopefully we'll hit that migration smack dab in the middle and be in those little rock blinds that John was explaining, and living those moments that his ancestors did. That's what it's about. That's what the stories and the adventure is all about, and the people that you meet. So Steve West, Kyler, Boyd, Adventures Northwest, all you guys, everybody that we met in camp, the cooks, and thank you so much. It was an adventure of a lifetime. Had a blast, and hopefully I'll get to come back and see you all again someday soon.